Get tell them how many signatures you need.
I need 1,220 signatures by March 25th at 5 o'clock.
Okay. Do you know where you at right now with the signatures?
I haven't counted. Some of my members, some of the athletes, and and also some individuals. I don't think we've kept a long track. We'll cross that bridge right when we get there by March 25th. But I'm just it's 50-50. This could be done, but we have. Especially, I'm working really hard. Especially, we're really trying to make it expedient.
Okay. So, as many of you know, they're trying to put this on the ballot.
Yes, sir. You got to put it to a vote. Yes.
Yeah, to even put it to a vote. So, we're continuing with your questions. As over the weekend, many of you on Twitter, Facebook, even over the airwaves, have been sending us questions to ask the Kenroy, and we're gonna continue. Now, here's another question from a student. It seems that most of this proposed student activity raise, it looks like it's going to athletics. Is this true? And why is it going to most of athletics if it is true?
Okay, the person is correct. I mean, most of it going to athletics, but I'll tell you why. Because athletics have to share with recreation, and recreation, your fitness center, your national home and gym. What else? The swimming pool, recreation owns that, and the athletes, our athletes, they haven't, coach medals. In the past, she had to split it between recreation. She still has to split between recreation and athletics. Imagine you're giving her. She already has a poultry, and self-preservation. She cares more of the athletes. She has to worry about this. So recreation is barely surviving. They have to ask for grants, donors, AEC money, and that's a little bit of money. So recreation, your fitness center, your home and gym, your swimming pool, that's barely surviving. So that's why the athletes, they get a little bit more of all the groups, just a little bit.
Okay, so you said it's barely surviving. So if this student activity fee is not passed, are there any clubs, organizations, or sports team that are in danger of getting cut or from the budget? Or?
From what I gather from one of my the baseball, from what I gather, as he told me, a friend, they might get cut from what I gather, and you might still get the club. I mean, you still get feckless. You still get feckless services probably.
Okay, so you're saying there's a chance that the men's CCNY team may get cut or not in existence anymore? Is that what you're saying?
From what I gather from a friend, the baseball team, yes, that's what he states.
Okay, we got to verify these sources. Another thing is before we even get into that, while you're talking about clubs and teams getting cut, there have been rumors going around that Student Life is thinking about cutting clubs with regarding funding. Is this true, or?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that with the clubs. We love the clubs, but some people have to pay out of their own pockets, and we have to reimburse them. I mean, the clubs are getting only a little bit of money right now, and it's a shame. And also another thing, my VP Daniel and Student Life, we cut down on certain clubs. Some clubs, inauspiciously, they're not really active, and it's unfair that we give some money to a club that's inactive while the one that's fully active is. So we're really cutting down on that. But the clubs, it's a shame that they can get even more money. We're supposed to have 230 something clubs. It's a shame that they could be more active, but because of money constraints, they can't.
Wait, so the budget now? So clubs get is it a weighted? Is the budget allocated by activity now? Like, let's say clubs that are very active get more money of the budget, or it's not an even distribution?
I would say that at times it may not be an equal distribution. I mean, the USG, we only get some money, the USG, and we split with the clubs, and we try to use our common sense and periwinkle productivity report to see if the clubs have been active, and if one club is active than the other. Some clubs are active, but then there's another one that's even more active, and then there might be another one that's even more active. So of course there might be an unequal distribution, and some try to be slick, and it's the same people, and they want more money, but we deny them, and they try to form another club that's not active. So we really try to crack down on that.
All right, so I'm going to go to a question that we have on our Facebook page from Connor. He asked, instead of trying to, students are already broke, instead of trying to get more money from students, why not use your powers or your position as student government officials to try to get money from CUNY administration?
Well, I'll explain why. I've talked to people about this, there's no other way. My members, we grilled school officials, we grilled Madam President Quaico, we grilled VP Rodriguez, and I looked at my counterparts in other CUNY colleges. There's no other way. Student activity fee got to come from the students, and it cannot be touched. My counterpart in College of Staten Island, their student government, they're trying to get theirs to 99. Lehman raised theirs to 100. As I said, before I did my research, and as I said, me and my fellow members, especially those who are really chary, some of them who are in my executive board, they were really chary, and we really grilled VP Rodriguez. We grilled President Quaico, and there's no other way. Student activity fee money got to come from the students.
Can you define this grill? What do you mean by grill?
No, ask questions. My VP Daniel, he set up a meeting with VP Rodriguez, and we invited different students, like Students for Educational Rights, to ask questions to VP Rodriguez, and we asked if the money, to make sure. And we talked to President Quaico in a meeting in the flesh. They say if there's no other way, and she said, sorry guys, there's no other way. And also we have the SSC board, yours truly, your student government president, and my fellow members and my successors. They get to sit on the SSC board, and you can also go to the business office, room 1210A, and see how each department that I mentioned in the student activity fee, how they're spending your money.
For those that don't know, can you tell us what the SCC board stands for?
Student Services Corporation. Student Services Corporation.
Okay. And these people are in charge of exactly...
Your Student Services Corporation, VP Rodriguez as the head of Student Affairs, VP. He's first in command. The Undergrad Student Government President, which is currently me, is second in command. And then you have other... I choose 3 other USG members. And then you have the graduate president. Then you have a faculty person, not faculty, two administrators, and they sit on the board and they look at each how the request for each department wants that money. Okay. And then our decisions are made public in room 1210A, and it's on the books.
Okay. Then now, here's a question from Nancy on Facebook regarding USG itself, because she's saying you guys are trying to raise the fee, trying to raise the student activity fee, but you got to look at USG itself. She has a couple of questions about it itself, which we would like you to answer.
Sure.
First, why is USG always closed at night? Then, two, there's no more color copies for clubs.
Okay. Well, I'll explain. For number one, we're working on that. My VP Carlton, he's the evening affairs. Tuesdays. Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays. We're closed at 8 o'clock. probably in the future, if we get this ratified, probably we could close at 10 o'clock. But we close at 8 o'clock in the evening, 8 o'clock or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock.
All right.
And as for color copying, I'll look into that, but I think we can't afford it. We don't have we try to use the money wisely. I'll look into it, but I think that I have to talk to Treasurer Castro.
Because she also recommends that instead of to be able to buy ink, color copy ink for clubs, USG purchases water when now there's a hydration station. There's no point of purchasing Poland Spring water to insert out of a cup.
For the ink, okay. Well, regarding that, look, that just takes a little bit of money. The water thing, I can always renew it or not. It just takes. I think I forgot. It's not a lot of money, but with the printing ink, I think for one time it cost $250 something. Okay.
But why? But why are you guys buying water when there's now a hydration station? That's
okay. Hydration. Well, I thought it was the best thing. For it was the summertime. At that time, I thought it was the best thing to do. I mean, if you're feeling hot and it was the summer and people were, I thought it's the best. I can always cancel it. It was my decision, and the treasurer. It was my decision, and I thought it was the summertime. And for those who are thirsty, it was the summertime. You can't blame me. I was here all summer. Of last 2009. If you want, and we had people that wanted some. So if I dare say, USG in the summer of, I came into power not 2009. No, sorry, summer 2010. My bad. My apologies. Summer 2010. Yeah. I was active. It was us three: Treasurer Castro, my second in command, VP Sahar. Okay. It was us three, and we were active in the USG. And we thought, for those who wanted water, and it was just, we thought at that time it made sense to me.
Do you think I could understand at that time, but do you think now should you cancel that contract?
I'll talk to Treasurer Castro about that. But with the color copying, I'll look into that. I'll talk to Treasurer Castro about that. Even though I'm president, I don't mean to sound lame. But I let her handle the money. But with the copying, I'll look into that. But I think that we try to save the money wisely, and people are color copying. We don't have much of the funds. So, and the water thing, at the time it was summer, and also it just cost a little bit of money.
All right. Then another question is from Terrence. He asked, "Will this student activity fee have any effect on our financial aid?"
Well, you could just, if you're getting N.Y.P.I.R.G, that could help you pay for it. If you're not, well, hang in there. You can always get loans, hang in there. As I said, this is the right thing to do. And, as I said, our peer group, who are of the same ratio, some of them are the same ratio and socioeconomic background of us, like in Queens and Baruch and Lehman. So if they can handle it, why not we? So hang in there.
Wait, Kenroy, don't deviate from the question. Because the question was, does the student activity fee have any correlation with financial aid?
Well, probably you could use your N.Y.P.I.R.G to help pay for some of your student activity fee, probably.
Okay. So now another question. This one is from a member of WCCR. We know clubs are going to increase. Will the media board, like the student newspaper, the same TV, will they get any money, or is it just going to if this increase is passed, or is this just going to athletics and USG?
Okay, I want to answer that, guys. If I get my way, if I get this on the ballot, which I'm trying to fight for, it's somewhat enervating, somewhat draining. It's going to go to the clubs, USG. We just get $3. $8 go to the clubs. It's going to go.
Can I clarify? $3 per student from each student, right?
Yeah. Well, altogether, USG we get $11, but I promise, no lie, we keep $3. $8 go to the clubs. The student life will get 20. Athletics recreation get 30. They split amongst the VES gets $2. Health service for gets $16. Daycare center gets $4. As for the media board, I reached out to you guys. I reached out to you fine people, and I really fought hard for you fine people. But two of you, I was told WCCR said no, thank you. You guys voted no.
That is correct.
I also went to the paper, and they said no, thank you. I went to the campus. I went to same TV, and I did it more than once. I went and I didn't get a reply back. So, and VP Daniel said, Kenroy, look. There's a deadline. I'm not waiting for them. We've been patient. If they can't, be expedite or expedient. Well, sorry. Guess that means you don't want it.
As for all those that's listening, I am a representative of WCCR as well. We did vote no, but we did get back to you on time, just to let you know. But now. If everyone that's listening, this is Bernie G listening to N.Y.P.I.R.G Radio interviewing Kenroy. Now, we're talking about the student activity fee. So Kenroy is trying to get this passed. Needs a lot of signatures.
Yeah, 1,220 something.
Do you think you'll be able to get this signature, all these signatures?
I'm indecisive. It's too late to stop now.
Okay. So this guy's determined. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We're gonna come back with announcements. We're gonna be playing Fabulous when the money goes. This is WCCR 640 AM, The One.